Greetings, everyone. Welcome back to the TheAnonymousFX weekly market outlook, and we're back with some crazy stuff. I know last week I also didn't post one of those fundamental videos, but we will just get to that and fix where we might have made a mistake. But yeah, we're gonna start our weekly market outlook with dollar index, and I hope that you will take as much as you can from this one, and it will also be posted on Instagram along with the reel and also the pictures of the analysis. So yeah, here we go. As you can see that we've been in a bullish market, and we had a bit of a higher low and a higher high, but we had a bit of a double bottom or fake out, and price pushed to the upside. From there, that leaves this is our daily low, and also leaves this is our daily low. This gives us that our daily high. But so also what you're gonna start doing is, if there is a wick, because since our levels are just going down to the body, if there is a wick, we add a zone. So this is our zone. So I'm just going to show you. Yeah, just going to have it up until the wick down there, and yeah, make it as a daily zone. As you can see here, there's nothing. So this is our daily zone, and this is what we're working on. Price still remains bullish on daily. As you can see that we have our daily higher low and our daily higher high. But then let us move to 4H and see what does the market have for us on the 4-hour time frame. As you can see, we also look like we are a bit bearish more than anything. So why am I saying that? You will see that when price was going up, this was our higher low, this was our higher high, and then what we had here was price breaking this level but creating this as a lower low. And if creating that as a lower low, we just also market. Not in fact, it created this as a lower low first before creating this lower high. But created this lower high, a 4H structure, because if you can see, is what happened was price was going up, we tested, went down, went up, broke, created this as our lower low, created this as a lower high, created this as our lower low, now pulled back and is rejecting on our 4-hour lower high. But as you can see, there's one level that I'm really looking forward to on a 4H perspective, which is just this one, and you understand when you go down the time frames as to why I'm not focusing on here on a 4-hour time frame but on a 1-hour time frame. But make this as a 4H zone. Sorry about that. Then now we move down to 1H, and you will see, what you will see is that this was our high low, broken here, created a lower low, created a lower high and a lower low, and price came back. It's now rejecting here. That could possibly seeing the dollar index going to the downside. And what you will also see is the fact that we do have a bit of a head and shoulder market here, and along with that double top. So now, what are we anticipating? The very same move to the upside, anticipating it to the downside. So I'm anticipating that the market must probably come back here, and then we could have something like this to the downside. But for now, we just have to wait and see what will happen on this one. and have to move down to our JPY index, and I will just have to move almost everything just to make you understand what happened. So you can see you have a daily low here, a daily high just up here, another one just up there, and it is indeed unfortunate that we don't have any market just to go back to below, but we just have to work with what we have. So I'm just gonna move these ones. So I think I'll remove this one because it's really far from the market, but I'd love to work between these two. But so you will see that as we have this is our daily high, and we have this is our daily low. In fact, our daily high is just up here. Then what you have just down here, what I just spoke about not so long ago, the fact that this is a zone. Then also have the one just up here, but it will be a bit bigger one because now I have to cover the entire wick. But do not forget, it's daily, not 1 hourly. So I'm using these colors because now when I drop down the zones, the time frames, I need to remember as to which time frame this was for, rather than to just think that it was for each other, than have it coordinated in a more proper manner. On the 4H, you will see that we were indeed moving to the upside, having a high, low, higher high, and then a higher low, and then we had a higher high. Now price broke below that. Price broke below this one. Now we just write it. There's a break of structure, and we see that now what is indeed happening is that we're anticipating that price will just drop from here, and what could possibly happen here is that price could just come back here and then drop to the downside, or even from there we could possibly seeing it coming back below to break a new test and then drop once again. But we're not really gonna do anything except for just waiting and seeing, because even at 1H we don't really have much but just to wait and see. And from here we're moving to euro dollar. Start with 1H, make you understand why I have this. But we have our lower highs on daily, not really doing much. We have this one, we have two, and then now we have these lows, which is a double bottom, right? Now I also have this one. So what I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna zoom in, fix them up, and then we're gonna start to going down to 4H. When I mean fix them up, I mean just use these zones rather than levels only, just for more accuracy. And as you will see right now is that we have this right here with our from the next high, that this is also just another zone, but I'll also just not forget to mark them as to that these are our daily highs. Daily low. But with this daily low, what you need to understand is the fact that we have a bit of a double bottom just here, and that is one of the reasons why we need to understand what is indeed happening with the market, with the way it is. We have this too, and we could potentially see price going to the upside. But let's move to 4H and understand on 4H structure what is it that we are seeing more than anything. 4H, we see that we are indeed on a falling channel. As you will see before I cleared my analysis, we have this falling channel that we have just here, along with the support one. Along with the support one, we just have it like this and just have it like that here. Or we could just either have it cutting and having dead touches. So we could have 1, 2, 3, just like that, and we have this. So potentially we are indeed still trading within the falling channel. Most probably we could find structure breaking out and going to the upside, but we just have to wait and see. And now moving to 4H, see that we have this as a 4H structure just up here, just before the daily zone, that we could use as a take profit if we do find a trade to the upside. But for now, I would like to just only have this up until here, so that I don't have it messing with the structure just down here. So on 4H, I believe that's almost all, unless with the fact that this is our 4H high. But let us see it on 1H and see what is it that it is giving us. As you can see, we were going to the downside, lower high, a bit of some structure, but this was a low structure created but didn't break. Then it's a lower high because it did break lower low and structure was broken. As you can see, that we had a bit of a structural break, a break of structure, which is in 1H. Just need to fix it. Let me just do this first before on our zone break off. Structure, can you see it? Just make it to 4H and you will see. So now this makes this as our higher high. This makes this one as our 1H higher high, and this makes this as our my 1H low. Right? Is it doing this? I'm not so sure, but yeah. Yep, no problem. But now we have this structure that I'd love to see the market breaking above before anything else. If the market can break above that level, then I'll be happy to see it moving now. Problem, think it's back. We also have more of a confluence here with the 61.8 rejection on this NFE. So now what you're gonna anticipate from this one is that you're gonna have a break and retest, and price break and retest the 1 hour high low, and then high, and then create this move to the upside. So from there we just have to wait and see and just get what could possibly be about 100 and 200 pips. So it really is a bit of a proper move that you don't want to leave or just take it for granted. So just do look at it, and maybe you could get a bit of some pips here, and also see this market analysis playing out as anticipated. So we do also have this counter trend line. So if it can be broken along with the zone, then we're happy to have more confluence than ever. So from here now we're moving to GBP USD, and you will also see that from daily, still the same thing as with this one. We have this as a daily high, daily high, daily high, and with this first price has been dropping. But also when we go drop down to 4H, you will see that we have touches, which we have 1, 2, along with 3 touch, and then on the top part we have 1, then we have 2, then we don't have the third touch, but in fact we can fix it properly. We'll have 3 touches, which is 1, 2, 3. I don't know what I was doing when I was looking at this. We have 1, 2, 3, then here just the missed touches. You know, don't really want to now just focus on that touch, so that we end up messing up the trend line to try and get touches here, but just have to wait and see what the market will do. Now on 4H, I believe we still want to see a break above this level. So now on 4H, I believe we are done. We move to 1H, trying to understand what is indeed happening and what could possibly be gotten from this move. We have a bit of a head and shoulder pattern, which is just this shoulder just down here, and let me just draw it. It's this shoulder, head, then shoulder, and then we break to the upside. So from there, then the right shoulder is indeed just this side. So we have the right shoulder here that you could possibly be holding, and along with the neckline and the 61.8 tracement. So this is indeed our head and shoulder neckline. That's your level, and then we also have the 61.8 deep tracement that has been broken. So easily, same with USD, USD, we could easily wait for price to break to the upside, come back in and hit our daily high. That move on its own to the upside from here, I think it's over 200 pips too, so it's even 500 pips. So you need to drop down to mostly 30 minutes just to get this entry, but you don't want to force it, because the more you wait for it, the more the stop loss is going to be big. But what I wait for a proper confirmation. So proper confirmation for me on my side would be momentum, right, more than anything. So yeah, that's it on GBP USD. We'll move to USD CAD. So on 4H, we will see that we do have a bit of a double top here, double top formation. Just drop this. We see that we have a bit of a double top formation up here, and also price moving to the upside. And we have a 4H here, that the 4H high low that could stop us from the market going down. But we also have level just up here. So we keep on pressing the same button. I was thinking I'm making a mistake, but no, I'm not. So there are two possible ways to go about this, by the way. Let me just remove these, just make you understand what could possibly happen. We could easily have price coming back here, then here, and then down with this before it goes down with this and then dropping. But we could easily have this, or we could easily have this, which is a continuation. We easily have price coming back here up, or price coming back here up, respecting now what? Respecting the 1, 2 and that touch. But if we don't, then what you could possibly have is indeed what I just showed you. Let's move down to 1H, try and see what is it that we're talking about. As you can see, we do have this. So if we have 1, 2, 3, the dead touch could possibly be here, and then price move to the upside, or that we might not even have a dead touch. Price could easily break to the downside and come back here, and then break to this, then come back to the downside, giving us that move to the downside. That's what I'm anticipating on, but I will not let a move to the upside leave me behind. So I will also be ready for buys if we do happen to get buys. Now we have CAD JPY, which is corresponding with what I was talking about when I spoke about JPY losing strength. The JPY losing strength might be pushing XXX JPY, and unfortunately we don't have JPY XXX. So as you can see, we have daily high, a daily low, I meant to say daily low, daily higher low, daily higher high, and price is indeed pushing to the upside. And if you can see, that's what we have on daily. But if we drop down to 4H, price was indeed ranging, broke faked out here on this high, on this level, along with this one, but give us a clear retest on that one, and along with the 61.8 on this one. So you can see that we do have a 61.8 and also is a falling channel to the structure. So now what we are anticipating is the fact that market will indeed do what I drew here, so that we can see it on 1H just to understand what is happening, right? You can see that price was going to the upside. Price in 1H is still bearish. We have 1, 2, and then we'll see that then this one created a low. This was a lower high and a lower low, and if price can break to the upside, come back to retest, then we could enter for a trade to the upside. And going to the upside, I believe it could easily be a 250 pip move, and that's it on CAD JPY. But on GBP JPY, also starting with our daily time frame, you will see that we are indeed in a bit of I'm not so sure what to call this move, but it's just moving to the upside more than anything. So we do have this to the upside, that's number 1. We have this on the upside, that's number 2, and you could possibly be having just a completion to a dead touch somewhere here on the daily high. But let us not focus on that. Let's understand that we do have this is a daily low and this is a daily high, and this here is just in a structure. So going to 4H, you will understand that we have price coming. Price was indeed and still is moving to the upside, have a higher high, higher low, but then really push the market higher low, and then from there we didn't really have anything. We had a higher high. And price started dropping, creating lower highs and lower lows, but I do believe that's our 1H structure. So if we do go to 1H, you will understand what I was talking about inside here. 1H, you will see that we were indeed pushing to the upside and just created this, and price broke. You will see that price did indeed break, yeah, and then created a new low, and then created a lower high, a new low, and then corrected, created a lower high and a new low. But didn't stop just there. After creating that new low, you will see that on 1H we did break a new lower high and created a new higher high. So we do have this as our 1H higher high, and our price could possibly break when it continues to the upside. So just like GBP JPY along with CAD JPY, just like GBP USD, which might just be pushed by GBP index, but in this side we're focusing more on the yen index. So we could possibly get this, and I believe that this move could possibly be above 200 pips max to the tops, but it's like 260. So we just have to wait and see if the market will indeed play this one out. Then I believe this is the last one we have, which is Euro JPY. So from our daily one, we can see that we do have, let me move this, we do have a daily low just down here. We do have a daily low and a daily low and a daily high. So price is still bullish, but couldn't necessarily, and there's nothing that would stop it from getting and give us a double top and coming back down. So we just have to wait and see what is it showing us. Sorry about that. So you're seeing that we are indeed having structure and structure within structure, that we are showing that we are still, we did change direction to the upside. As soon as we faked out here, we broke above our 1H lower high and created a new 1H higher high, and along with just approaching that higher high to create a new high, to break above and create a new high. As you will see that this is what indeed is happening. We had this as our 1H lower high and our 1H lower low, but price pushed it upside, created this as our 1H higher high, and we just have this here. But do not forget that on 4H we do still have this as a structure, a 4H structure that could stop the market from going further to the upside. So if we could have a break above this one and along with the 4H or the 1H one, then we're clear enough to say that the market is indeed going to start to push to the upside, and we could look for more buys to the top just up here, because we just want to trade from zone to zone, not really anticipating that the market will just go up until I don't know, the top up until the next level. But if we do find a breakout, then we will be looking for another entry to the upside, because from now, from here to there, it's 200 pips, and that is enough. And you have calculated or counted the number of pips I've spoken about for these moves. It is indeed above 1,000 pips from all these pairs that I've been talking about. And I believe that this one, I'm not going to trade it currently. I could possibly see that it is going to push to the upside. As you can see that we do have higher low, and possibly higher low. I don't love the structure that it did build just inside here, so I'd rather just wait it out up until I'm ready enough to see proper structure inside it. So yeah, I'm not indeed going to trade it. Most probably, if we can break above this level, then I will look into taking it to the top, to just up here. But for now, I do believe that we are currently ranging in between these two zones. So thank you, and I believe that is the last one we do have here. Thanks.